Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you how to soak off acrylic nails. So this is the set that I have now, and the first thing that you want to do is you just want to cut down your nails. You don't want to soak them off while they're still long because that's just a waste of product. So I'm going to go in with my tip cutter and I'm just going to cut them down as much as I can. And also, if your client wants to soak off and they want to keep their nails underneath the length that they are, just make sure that you go back in and look at where you're cutting. That way you don't cut their natural nail. But I want mine as short as I can. So I'm going in with a tip cutter. As you can see, I'm just cutting them all the way down. So I'm just using a pair of nippers to remove my bling. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and cut some of these a little bit more because I couldn't cut them because of the rhinestones. But cut them down as much as you can. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that up. Alrighty, so now I'm going in with my nail drill and I'm just going to take away some of this foil that I have on my nails as well as the gel top coat. And then you just want to file them down as much as you can. That way there's not as much acrylic that you have to soak off. Same thing for the other hand. We're just going to file this gel polish off or the gel top coat off and then file the acrylic down as much as we can. Alrighty, so I followed the acrylic a little bit down to where they're not as thick. So now I'm going to be using these little trays and I'm going to fill them up with acetone. But you could also use these and they're like the little nail clips. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to use those. I'm going to use one that I've already opened and I am going to have these available on my website when I restock again. So I'm going to get a cotton ball. This one's a little bit too big, so I'm going to cut it in half. And you just put acetone on the cotton ball. Make sure that it's saturated really good. Put it on the nail and then just put the clip over it. And this is basically the same method that you would use if you were using aluminum foil, except for instead of the clip, you would use aluminum foil. But actually, I feel like this method I would prefer, or I would recommend to remove gel polish because the cotton ball, like, it stays wet, but you need a little bit more for it to actually soak off. So once again, I just did a cotton ball with acetone, put it on the nail, and just let it sit there. So once again, I would recommend this for removing gel polish, not so much acrylics. Now I would use this like if somebody came in with a broken nail and they just need one nail fixed, instead of having to fill this up and let them soak, I would just put this on there while I work on the rest of the nails, because if not, it will slow me down. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off, and I'm gonna use this one. So once again, I'm just gonna fill these up. I just fill them up halfway, and then you literally just sit there, your nails in there. So it's really simple and, you know, straightforward. You literally just let them soak after this, and you can, like, once you leave them in here for a while, you can take them out, and while it's soaking, you can take some of the acrylic that's soaked off and just file it off, and that will just speed up the process, which is what I usually do when I'm working on clients. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this one up as well, and I'm gonna let both hands soak off, and then I'll show you guys what's going on during the process of me soaking them off. So I have both hands in here. We're just going to sit here and let them soak off. Now this usually takes about 30 minutes, but you do want to make sure that you filed as much acrylic as you can off the nail. That way you don't have to sit here as long. And then you also want to make sure that you cut the tips down as far down as you can, because if not, if I left them long, they would have been up here, and that would have been more acetone that I waste. So yeah, we're just going to let them soak. Alrighty guys, so I've been soaking for about 15 minutes, and this is what they look like. As you can see, the acrylic is starting to come off. So I'm not going to mess with them, or maybe I am going to mess with them. I'm going to just get one of my paper towels and just wipe off some of that soaked off acrylic. So I'm just literally wiping them off to take some of that acrylic off that's already soaked off. I am going to file them a little bit, because I literally just got a text from my next client saying that she's on the way. So I'm just going to get my nail drill, and I'm going to file away some of that acrylic that's still on there. That way we are just speeding up the process even more. So I'm just filing on the acrylic. I'm not filing my actual nail, just the acrylic. And also I want to mention that if you ever go to the nail shop and you ask for a soak off and they start tearing your nails off, I know usually they like to do or they like to take them off by using another tip and then just putting a tip under your nail and just popping it off. You need to make sure you tell them no, like I'm paying to get them soaked off, not to get them ripped off. And a lot of my clients have that problem, or a lot of people that I know have that problem. They go to the shop to get their nails soaked off and they end up ripping them off. And that's just not the way to do it. The proper way to do it is to just soak your nails off. Because if you pull them off, you're literally ripping away just layers of your natural nail. And that's when your nails get really, really thin. As you can see, they're a bit thinner. So now I'm going to put them back in there and just let them soak for a little bit longer until all the acrylic is off. Alrighty guys, so I am almost done. I'm just going to go ahead and wipe this off. And let's see. And it is off. So once again, this is the proper way to remove your acrylic nails. You just soak them in pure acetone or 100% acetone, and you just let them sit there for about 30 minutes until all the acrylic is soft. So I hope this was helpful.
And this is a clip of a girl in my class removing her nails in class. As you can see, she was using a ruler to like put under her nail and pop it off. And then she was also using her mouth to just pull them up. So this is how to not remove your nails. When you're doing this, you're tearing off so many layers of your nail, and then that's why they're super thin afterwards. So once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at GetNailed32, and I'll see you guys in my next video.